All right, guys, welcome back. I have maybe the most exciting new machine we've had in a long time. For me personally, probably since the release of the Typhoon. Right now, we've got our new Red Saber 750 on the table. It's our brand new laser. This is the this is the very first production example of it. By the time this video comes out, they will be available. The big thing that sets this machine apart, even from the other, I call it like sub 1,000 watt lasers on the market, internal wire cabinet. So this machine, not only is it, the full laser, you no longer have the separate wire feeder to be remote. So wire feeder in the cabinet, you can run the 2 pound or your 11 pound spool. So your 4 inch or your 8 inch diameter spools fit this. Of course, mild steel, stainless, aluminum, anything you can get on a 2 pound or like a 10 pound, 11 pound spool, this thing will run. So we're not going to do a full overview on the 750. We're just going to use it for a real quick example. We do have some programming updates for the entire Red Saber welding lineup for 2026, and it involves a gun upgrade. It's a little bit lighter weight, smaller gun. So this is what's called the SUP 33 gun. It's got some really unique features to it that I absolutely love. And we've updated the programming. Of course, running the machine here and testing it, I don't get into every situation, especially doing production work where you're going back and forth between different joint types, different material thicknesses. Um, so there were some things that maybe I overlooked in the testing and the development of the system. And through comments and questions and suggestions from the customers of the Red Saber line, we've made some updates, and that's what I wanted to go over with you today. What's coming for 2026 on the programming updates for the Red Saber. So let's get over to the machine and we'll run through all the new updates. All right, so here we are at the panel of the unit. Um, if you're used to the Red Saber lineup, it looks identical right now. And this is really where the similarity stops. So if we come over to our technology page and see, it looks way different. So with the new programming, we have full feeder control right here on our touch screen. And this goes for obviously the 750, the 1250, the 1500. We have the soon to come 1500X, which is going to be a water cooled 1500, the 2000, 2000X, and the 3000Xs. This is going to be your control panel from now on. So we have our feeder control, so we can input our wire feed speed right here. We can also access the feeder control panel. So even on the bigger units where we do have the remote feeder, you can control all of your feed settings now from either your pendant on the air-cooled machines or right from the main laser unit. So everything's accessible right here. So of course we have all of our feeder settings for return. Now you see here we have our common technology. We've only got 3 common technologies, but we have a new button on the gun right in front of our trigger, and it is to select between those 3 common technologies. So let's say we've got a project that we're working on where it does have 2 or 3 different thicknesses of material, or 2 or 3 different joint designs, like a butt weld or a lap weld and a fillet weld, or outside corner, fillet, and lap. We can now have 3 programs set up right there available at your gun, and it changes the wire feed speed and all the parameters just from clicking that button through the program. So you can see as we click through them, it not only changes on the gun and tells us which program we're on, but it also changes right there on the menu. So super, super handy for you guys that are doing production work. Maybe you're building a thin gauge with this machine, like a thin gauge containment system or something like that, or you're working in, let's say, a food prep kitchen. Now you can have 3 different programs right on the gun, not have to go back to the machine or keep the pendant handy with you. Now you've got your programming right there on the gun itself. So that's super cool. One of the other things that we've had a lot of suggestions for is obviously the presets. Now, this machine being a 750, the presets go up to 6 millimeters on each material type. So this machine obviously can't weld up to 6 millimeters, so you're going to have limited range with the presets. But let's say we're going to weld stainless steel. We're going to weld 2 millimeter stainless steel. That's just over, it's like 090, like 80 thou. So there we go. Our wire feed set, it tells us what wire we should be using. So 1mm wire, which is 040. It sets all our parameters for us. We don't have to do anything except hit import and return, and boom, there we go. Now we're running that setup. So we can go, let's say, aluminum. If we were running a bigger machine, let's say we're running a 3000X, we can hit 5mm aluminum, import, return. It's not going to go to that because this machine won't go that high. But say, there you go. So you're going to do 3mm aluminum, 1/8 inch. Boom, sets your scan speed, your wire size, your wire speed, all your settings. So super, super handy. Should help people get up to speed a lot faster and reduce some of the phone calls to me, which I love talking to you guys and helping you out, but that would be nice to get a little more of a break during the day. So, I mean, I cannot tell you guys how excited I am to release this programming. I think it's going to be a game changer for our customers. It's going to make it a lot easier to get up and running. The lasers are already so much easier to use than MIG, TIG, or stick, and this just adds a little more ease to it and a little more convenience as well. So having the programming here on the gun and being able to switch through them is super cool. Being able to control your wire feeder completely independent of the feeder itself is obviously a big plus. And the new SUP 33 gun, quite a bit lighter. This gun weighs in at it's 0.64 kilograms, so it's what, a pound? It's right at a pound, pound and a quarter. So super lightweight gun. I do like this a little bit better too because it's got tight seals on your protective and your focal lenses. So you're a lot less likely to get dirt and debris into this gun, especially versus the old SUP 21, the old orange and black plastic bodied gun. This is a full aluminum housing. Just a really awesome gun, super high quality, a big step in the right direction for us, I think. So if you're looking for a laser, obviously check out the 750 if you're welding like 065 and under. If you're looking for thicker than that, check out our Red Saber lineup all the way up to now 6,000 watts, which will weld 1/2 inch plate, single pass, adding 4 wires at the same time. So I think right now we might have the widest range of lasers available. Of course, all of them come with a 5-year warranty, 30 days money back guarantee, 100% satisfaction. So no risk to try the lasers. We're running great specials on them. This unit in particular, the 750, this one's going to retail for $4,500. So you've got everything ready to go. Super portable laser. I can't tell you guys how excited I am for not only this unit, but the updated programming. So looking for a laser, give us a holler. You'll be talking to me. Feel free to reach out to us at any time. Thanks for dropping by. We'll have more videos with this unit coming soon.